Okay, so who gets the blame in the Seahawks loss?
I think at this point, you got to look at the Seattle offense. And to me, I'm looking at Ryan Grubb. And what I mean by that is defensively, his team is not strong and they're injured. You can sit here and say, oh, we got Mike McDonald, new head coach.
Yeah.
We have some personnel issues on defense. Yes, we got 3 wins. We've talked about it against 3 very, very weak quarterbacks to start the year. Defensively, we scored a touchdown and only gave up a couple more.
Yeah.
We're doing okay.
Not bad.
Offensively, we score 13 points against the Giants, who are not the 2013 Legion of Boom. We're going to take that and change the 85 Bears to that.
Enough of those 85 Bears references.
And Jay, I sit here and I say to myself, how is that possible when you have Geno Smith, who is leading the league in throwing coming into this game? You've got DK. You've got JSN. You've got Kenneth Walker, who's a tremendous runner. Mm-hmm. The tight ends, I know they don't use them a ton, but Noah Fant is a guy. He's a very high pick, can catch the football. For them to come out here and only score 13 points, again, 7 of the points were on the defense on that 99-yard return. It's a bit shocking. It's a bit disheartening, especially in a game where you are at home and you play the Niners on Thursday in a short week. You can still kind of control the division. And then the next thing I'll say about the Seahawks loss and the coaching staff is let's take that field goal. I mentioned Isaiah Simmons being in the A-gap. To me, if the guys don't realize, like, hey, an antenna goes up, 99 times out of 100, Jay, the guy in the A-gap is going to weigh 320 pounds. That's how it always is. I went back and watched the film. Every other extra point and or field goal, there's a D tackle sitting in the A-gap. D tackles sit in the A-gap. So with the game on the line, when someone wearing number 19, who's probably a 240, is in the A-gap, somebody's antenna should go off saying he's probably going to try and jump here.
Right.
He's not going to bull rush me. So again, it's just situational football that I think the coaches and the players need to be held accountable for. So it's a tough day for my boys. That was a hard loss, a hard pill to swallow.
Well, okay, let's switch the subject to the Jets. Would Davante Adams, whom the Jets are rumored to be one of the teams interested in Davante Adams and trading for him, would that solve their problems?
This
number
might
one
shock
receiver?
you, but I'm going to say it would almost solve all of their problems.
Wow.
And I know a lot of people say, hey, that's ridiculous, but you got to think of how Aaron Rodgers plays the game of football. The way he throws the ball, it's very it's very timing. Hey, I'm going to pinpoint accuracy this. And right now it's been Garrett Wilson and then Allen Lazard. And you look at some of these Allen Lazard plays, he's not on the same page as Aaron. And he's never really been Aaron's number 1 or 1B guy. He's usually the number 3 guy. And if he makes a couple of these, they are cruising today.
Yeah.
Allen Lazard had 10 targets, only 4 catches. Garrett Wilson had 22 targets. So the reason I'm saying this, even the play we talked about to Mike Williams to end the game was the interception. That's a vintage Aaron Rodgers play where he's sitting there and he's going, oh, yeah, this guy's covered, but I'm going to throw it where only he can catch it. Mm-hmm. And Davante Adams understands that because he has such a history with him, and he knows, hey, I might be covered right now, but Aaron's going to put this ball exactly where I can catch it, and it's a feel, it's a chemistry. And Aaron doesn't have that with anyone. I think he's getting it with Garrett Wilson, and Garrett's getting open because he's that more athletic. But Lazard isn't making a ton of plays. Conklin is very hot and cold. I mean, Mike Williams has been almost non-existent all year. You put in Davante Adams, and now you can sit here and say, hey, I got Garrett on one side, Davante. You can't really bracket Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
This offense starts ripping in a division that has got a lot of question marks, even with the Bills losing. I mean, the Dolphins and the Patriots got a lot of issues.
Oh, yeah.
You're still sitting there and you're considering yourself a division favorite if you're the Jets.
I think we've learned one thing today. Never go overseas. Mike Tyson, Ronda Rousey, Aaron Rodgers, we all learn our lesson eventually. We've got a great Monday Nighter coming up for you, too. Luke's going to join me on the show right after this game. Thoughts on the Saints and the 4-0 Chiefs, Luke?
Yeah, I think this is actually going to be a good football game. The Saints need to score some points, and the Chiefs, we got to kind of move on past Rashee Rice. So should be very, very fascinating to see how this one plays out.
So let's see if Juju Smith-Schuster steps up and just totally torches the Saints. Monday Night Countdown, 6 Eastern on TSN after the game. Join myself and Luke to break this one down. We follow every primetime NFL game this season.